Hi there, this is the Vic Tats podcast. This is a podcast about tatting, not the skin and ink kind of tatting, but the needle, thread, and shuttle kind of tatting. So if you're taking off your shirt to show me something, you can put it back on. It is July 31st, 2023, and my name is Vicki Clark. I'm a chiropractor in Manotick, Ontario, and normally I live in Smiths Falls, Ontario, but lately I've been living here in Ottawa at Riverside South, because my house burnt down last year in 2022. Don't worry, the house is being rebuilt and we are hopefully getting in this fall. There's one other thing I was going to add in there. Oh, okay. I also talk about other crafts I do, like crochet, cross stitch, some sewing lately. That's like crazy pants. With my old, I would call this a vintage sewing machine, and just some simple stuff. But yeah, okay. So with the Renelec doily, okay, one, I haven't been doing a lot of anything the last 2 weeks. One, because there's other stuff going on, but two, I've had a wicked headache, and some of it's sinusy and some of it's just like stress. So because it really bothers me not to have my own house, but okay. And that's been an ongoing issue since last year. But my eyes are kind of whatever, and so like I was just tired, focused, not focused. So while I can tat without having to see a whole lot, I don't tend to cross stitch very much during that time. And it would have been a good time to be crocheting, but I just didn't think of it. So anyways, plus Instagram took over my life for a couple nights there because it's very easy to scroll, and I love seeing the animals, the dogs and everything. And somehow that scrolled over into Guardians of the Galaxy, which I'm not sure what the connection is, but I started getting a lot of Guardians of the Galaxy and like Marvel Universe kind of stuff. So which I don't know. Anyway, so I ended up watching Guardian of the Galaxy, all 3 movies over a weekend. And so I just, yeah. And apparently I can't watch and cross stitch. It's like that time when I watched, what is it called? It is a drama. I think it's in Korean, but it was about the mother of the first Chinese emperor of like the United Chinese Emperor. It was the life of, I can't think of her name, but I watched it, and I had to watch it, the whole 36 episodes. I think it was 36 or 32 episodes, because it had subtitles. So it's like that week where I lost a week of my life doing that. Anyways, okay, so what's been happening with the tatting is that if you've been following me, you know that at the beginning of the summer, at the beginning of July, I did the very Canadian tat-along and the 4th of July tat-along. And then I've been working on, if you follow me before, I've been working on the Renelec doily. And if you notice, I am 1 row back, because what ended up happening was I blame Guardians of the Galaxy, but I made a mistake in the same spot twice. So I had to cut back twice. So I thought, okay, I'm cutting back. I'm going to just cut back to the beginning, because it's only second repeat anyways. And I'm kind of at a standstill because I have decided that I do not like this color. So after filling several shells full with that color, so I don't know yet. I'm kind of at a standstill right now. So because this is at a standstill, I may pull back out the Renelec 2017, which I had started earlier this year, and work on that, because while I figure out what I'm going to do about the color, because I still strongly feel that this is the right color. I just don't like it when I don't know why I don't like it. It looks dirty to me, is what the thing is. It's just that kind of dirty, kind of like it's a baby blue, but kind of, I don't know. Anyways, it's a lot. I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to do. Okay, and now this is stuck. Oh my God. On that note, did I bring it with me? No, I did not. Okay, never mind. I was going to tell you about something else that I got a couple years ago that's tatting, but I don't have it on me, I don't think. So let's skip that. I do not believe that I have gone any further on my crochet blanket for Ella, although I think I am going to, if it is kind of wide enough to be like a blanket kind of lap, like, you know how it's nice to have a blanket that's long but not too big in front of the TV and that stuff. I might just end it off for her, because and what else? for those who missed it, oh, sorry, I cut off the tail on something by accident on my scissors, my scissor fob. Okay, so this was the very Canadian tag-along outcome. This was the 4th of July. It's a balloon. I decided I like having brown beads here better, and actually a brown basket, but whatever. No, I didn't hide the ends on this, but this was a sample. Okay, I know you can't see that very well, but all right. The other thing I wanted to tell you is that it's this headache again. It makes it very hard for me to remember some things randomly. The lady who is in charge, with all due apologies because I just can't bring up your name right now, of the online tatting class, it's going to come to me later, it's right on the tip of my tongue. I should have written it out before I did this. She has an Etsy site, and if you Google TT Bags and Creation, so that's what that's supposed to be, TT Bags and Creation, Etsy, then it will come, then her bag shop should come up. And they have these really neat bags. I have had mine since 2018, so I have one of the bags that she's selling, and you can zip it open and it kind of comes open, and then you can see all your stuff that's in your tatting bag. And I highly recommend them. It's going to kill me. Oh my God. You're gonna whack me. Anyways, when it comes to me, I'm gonna be so mad. But all right, so that's that. I think the last time I showed you a bunch of the smalls that I've finished over the time, I have not done any. Well, I think I sewed up some of the. Okay, so I have this really bad habit when I finish pillows, like cross stitch finishes. I don't always sew up the bottom because I'm waiting to decide what I'm doing for the trim and everything after I stuff it. So I've got a whole bunch of these things where I've just safety pinned them, which I think is hilarious. But I sewed up a couple of them. You can't, I don't know if you can see them, but they're over there. Oh no, they're not all over there because I put most of them away. And I have not yet, the bunny rabbit that I've been showing you, which is patterned by Twin Peaks Primitive, which is this bunny girl, which was way bigger than I expected her to be. Because, you know, I didn't read the little dimension thing, or if I did, I underestimated what that meant. Let's just, you know. Anyways, I have not finished finishing that because I have not found a weight to hold it down yet to shove in there, because I keep forgetting to go get that. But what I have done, no, I told you about sewing ends up, is I've started to kind of put things away a little bit, and that's what I'm going to do over the next month or so, because I'm hoping, fingers crossed, that in September at some point in time they will be closer to being done my house. I'm hoping that I can tell my landlord that September is my last month. That's what I'm hoping. If not September, then October. Because gosh, it's gone by really fast, and here's August and the house isn't done. They have to put the drywall in. They have to put the insulation, because they have to blow that up. They are putting on the siding. They are doing a whole bunch of stuff, and all of the electrical is laid. All of that stuff is laid, so that's good. Okay, so what have I done? Well, if you watched my last podcast, I believe my last podcast, I told you that I went to Knowledge and Needles and bought a bunch of stuff, and most particularly this kit, which I love and is gorgeous, and I'm so happy with it. And I have been working on that. So, dun dun dun. Okay, so most of this was just done on this last weekend, but I feel like I got a lot done. So here it is. I did the blue onwards this weekend. Cool, eh? So the part I have gotten up into is right up into there. And what I'm going to do is work my way down here, work around, and get down to here, make sure I have enough space. Because the big challenge with this one was to place it properly without having to get, like, 'cause this is a fat quarter, without having to get a fat half. I wanted to, I only have like 1.5 inches on either end. So I'm pretty sure that 1.5 inches, like I measured it, but still I'm nervous. So just need for it not to fall off. Anyways, so yeah, that's where I am. I really like working with the Dinky dyes. I like stitching with them, and I like how my stitches look, which is hilarious. Because Katie Strachan of Ornamentations is correct. Your stitches look better when you use a hoop and you push in and push up. At least that's my nose. I think that goes away once they've been blocked, but I don't know. This is one of the bags I was making because I was experimenting with using pashmina for other things. Like, so I have a bunch of pashmina scarves and more than I can use. So I have been using, you wonder, my house burnt down, why do I have all these pashmina scarves? Well, my friend was getting rid of them, so I said I would take them and figure out something to do with them. So this is part of it. But yeah, I made a cute little bag for my stuff. My thread. And then I got these bags from the dollar store, the Dollarama. The only thing is just so you know, warning, they're plasticky inside. They're really great. I love them. And this is the only time this has happened to me. It has not happened with anything else, but this part stuck to it a bit. So just be careful. So what I try to do now is make it so that there's something between the pattern and this is the bag everything came in. Yeah, I keep those. Okay, I do. I don't know why, I just do. Anyways, so, and what I did was, the other thing I did, I don't know if I showed this to you the last time, but I took a bunch of these and I wrote on them, only the darker they are, the less you can see it. So I used the pink, the lighter color ones, you can kind of decorate, so too hot to handle. Here's my little somewhat, it actually was meant to look like a tiger lily, and then there's my little hummingbird. This is its wings right there. Okay, in case you're wondering why it looks like it has no wings, that's its wings. Okay. Hold on, let me take a drink. The other thing that I worked on, so nothing's new. Okay. It's August. I am, in all likelihood, gonna start working on some kind of fall-like project, but not yet. And I really feel like I didn't get much work in on my cow, which was supposed to be my summer project. I don't know how people actually make these like, oh, I'm gonna work on this and get it done, but not me, that's not me. This pattern is, dun dun dun. Oh, sorry, one more reason I really like this is that this thing is so wide, the opening is so wide, that the pattern doesn't get caught, whereas this thing, the pattern gets caught in it all the time, so it's annoying. It's annoying. Okay, so this is the Nora Corbett June bug, and she's gonna be gorgeous when she's done. I'm not really sure, too fussy on the fabric I dyed, but whatever. I'm sure it'll be fine. And there she is. So here's what I've done. I stitched up in through here and all that. That felt like more when I was doing it, by the way. It felt like a lot more. And right up in here. So up and through here, the greens kind of switch back and forth to create this nice pretty part here. So that is going to be super, super fun. My big problem though is I had a hard time getting pictures of certain parts of the pattern through on the scanner. And so I don't really like, so then I have to go back and forth between using this and using my paper copy, which was kind of annoying. There's just this one section I could not get to copy properly. Anyways, and totally enjoying these colors. So I think when I'm done doing a bunch of these, then I will only use colors from my stash to use up some of these threads. I have not, in case you're wondering, worked on the Carolyn Manning at all, or the other the other Nora Corbett, the Halloween one. I think I'm gonna pull that out in September or maybe August, I don't know. I'll know in August, which starts tomorrow. Anyways, and then the other one is, the last one that I've been working at And keep in mind the last week and a half I really haven't been doing, because like I said, my world's been taken over by Instagram and the Guardians of the Galaxy. Although you would think that I would stitch this while watching the Guardians of the Galaxy. But there's the raccoon. I love this pattern. And what I've been doing is, when I could and my headache wasn't too bad, then I filled in through here. Now I understand the irony of when you have a headache watching, like, you know, little tiny Instagram, because hey, that's not good for your eyes, just so you guys know, not good for your eyes. That's create a headache in itself without anything else. But I did this, so I got this, I did some of the white up through here, and then I've come down and started doing some of the grays. I got down as far as here. So I'm gonna do these guys first, and then come back and fill in these guys. And then from there, nose and claws, and then fill in the rest of it. But I just love them. He's so cute. It's so cute. I actually have by Cottage Garden Samplings, I have the what's it called, the Clumsy Witch, which is on my phone because I didn't want to wait for it to be in store for me to buy it, and I never started it. So I have that one too, but I really don't like stitching off my phone anymore. I don't like this. The iPhone's not good for it. So I don't know. I want to start that. I may start that, but I don't know. It's actually not a big one either, so it would be simple. I actually have a lot of patterns I want to do, so that's my big problem right now is, you know, do I start everything and have it all there and just choose from them, or do I just kind of finish patterns, like focus on finishing as opposed to starting? I don't know. I do want to do the Carolyn Manning. I have a Halloween kitty cat pattern that's like the kitty cat I did earlier. I do want to do that, so I will probably add that into the mix sometime soon. This is the colors for the raccoon. I've been using this board, and I actually kind of like this, so I'm okay with using the board. So I might do that in the future. I saw a really neat idea where what somebody does when they get their Mill Hill kit is they take the you know, the little study cards that are like lined, the kind of cardstocky ones, they fold them over and they snip the hole punch across, and then they write the colors and put it on there, and so then it's on there all the time. Because I find what I do is I sort them and I shove them back in the thing, and then I sort them again. So I keep sorting them every time because I try to guess off the colors or whatever. So I think I think that was a good idea. And then that way, like, so these card stocks, I think, are like the little, like what I had just showed you, are like, I don't know, they're a couple dollars for a couple of them. So if you buy the other ruler card, like the study cards, those are actually like, you know, $1 for 100 of them. So I think they're probably a fairly good price. And then what else have I done? I've been working on, I am going to send something down for the Palmetto Tatters, because I always send something for in their grab bag, and I just got to get it done because now we're hitting August, and a whole, I don't have that much time. It's got to make it down there, and I have to, so I tried to send a package down there down to the United States earlier this summer. They wanted $70 or something that's like in an envelope that weighs nothing. So I'm probably going to go across the border to mail this other thing out. So mail out the Palmetto Tatting Guild thing. So I'm going to try to get that done this week. But what I'm going to do is I'll show you. So it's going to be somewhat like this. So this is the pashmina scarf, right? That I've made rounds from, and you take it and you gather it, and then there's a little tatted edging there. And then this is a bottle cap with the ribbon around, so then it's a little pincushion. So I thought it was super cute. Super, super cute. And the trick here is when you make this, you actually sew far enough back that you have a lip that will then go into here fairly easily, and you can glue gun it in. You can't see, but you can see there's the bottom. So I thought it was pretty cool. So I just have to write that pattern out, and then the instructions, and boom, Bob's your uncle. And I'll put this in, and I'll put the bottle cap in, and maybe the ribbon in, but the thread color I'll let them pick, because I'm going to use a couple different colors of pashmina. And why not? And you're like, why use the pashmina? Well, why not recycle them and use them for something else? Yep. Is there anything else going on? No. I bought some lights. Yay. I saw a really nice light. I saw it first, and I was like, I wasn't sure I liked it, and then I thought about it and decided I did like it, and so I bought it for my house, and that kind of stuff. So I've been kind of fuddling around figuring out stuff for my house too, so that took time. I guess that's everything. If in case you're wondering if you're a Halloweeny type person and you're looking for some Halloweeny type tatting, I would encourage you to look up my Etsy shop, which is Vic Tats. So if you do Etsy Vic Tats, you can find it. And there's some Halloween like facey kind of characters there. But also, you know what? There's a lot of really awesome patterns out there. And there's one of my favorite patterns that I have not stitched. So I'm going to tell you straight now, I've not tatted it because I don't know that I have the patience to do it. Is Martha S has a wicked Maltese tatted skeleton. Carol Amich has a really good skeleton. I think she's a witch too. There's a lot of really terrific patterns out there. If all else fails, check on Jane Eberall, and then remember that Martha S has a couple books that are like season on the block. So she's got new season, new tatting on the block, and then something like that. And then she's also coming out with a new book this fall, this August. So because it'll premiere at the Palmetto Tatting Guild, I'm pretty sure. So super exciting. The registration for the Palmetto Tatting Guild has closed. My understanding is you can still register to go, but you can't stay on the premises. Like you can't stay over on the premises, and you can't get food. So there you are. And anything else I think I need to tell you? I don't know. I think that's everything. I think, going to switch over to working on the Renelec 2017 until I figure out this whole 2023 thing. Yep, nothing wrong with some simple repetitive tatting, which I still managed to screw up with the 2023. So there you go. No, I think that's everything. I think I'm just going to be fiddling around for a little while, and I just want to remind everybody, if you're looking for tatting or like eye candy that's tatting, then I highly recommend Instagram. I found it to be the best for eye candy so far. Maybe Snapchat will overtake that, but Snapchat's more video-y, right? I don't know what I'm talking about when it comes to Snapchat. Anyways, all right, so I'm going to wish you happy tatting, and see you in a couple weeks, okay? Cheers.